What does the right think about Rudy Giuliani's first day in court? Well, it depends on who you talk to, but in general, despite how clownish it was, they seem pretty impressed. Here's Sean Hannity's take.
All right, in Pennsylvania, Rudy Giuliani argued the case today. I've heard from more than a few people that he was absolutely brilliant in his arguments today. What's the status on that?
Was it Rudy? Did Rudy message you? Who told you that it was brilliant? He's like, even if we leave aside the fact that he's just continually like admitting to words that he doesn't know the definition of, he's not arguing the case. He's not talking about their actual case in this actual court. And when he rarely touches on it, he doesn't remember the name of the judge. He doesn't remember how many votes they're pretending are invalid. And most of the time he's talking about other centuries, other cities, other stuff that has literally nothing to do with the case. I don't know what that is. It's not brilliant though, I'm fairly sure of that.
Yeah, actually, I would love to know what Kayleigh's answer was to that question, because it's easy for Sean Hannity because he doesn't have anything. He's like, well, I get to interview, so I don't have to actually say much. Let me just ask the question. I heard that Rudy Giuliani was brilliant. Can you tell us more about that? I would love to know. Like, she'd be fired today, but if she told the truth and went, no, Sean, he wasn't brilliant today.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the only real answer you could give to that question.
And it wasn't just him though. So Jenna Ellis, who is this person? I never really understood this person. Like originally it was just like someone who tweeted about Trump a lot, and now I think she's actually involved in a legal effort. She tweeted, "You media morons are all laughing at Rudy Giuliani, but he appears to have already established a great rapport with the judge, who is currently offering recommendations on martini bars for Team Trump in open court." Okay, that may not demonstrate what you think it demonstrates. It might demonstrate that the judge has identified a bar that Rudy could actually pass. That may be what it is. A room he's qualified to be in.
Bro, this has
so anyway,
to be I hope. No. Okay, so when I saw that tweet, I didn't remember who Jenna Ellis was, but I remember there was a name. I was like, oh, this is like one of those comedians who's who's getting a nice boost on Twitter and cracks a nice joke. And then I looked her up. I was like, oh yeah, Jenna Ellis was serious before. Maybe she went into a life of comedy. Now that it's like a perfect, the soil is ripe for some comedy. She's serious. I still don't believe she's serious. No, she laughed after that.
We will find out. As of right now, at least, all I can say is that us media morons are laughing. But anyway, not everybody was necessarily positive about Rudy Giuliani. Former White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney had this to say about the choice for him to be their lawyer on the ground.
I still am a little concerned about the use of Rudy Giuliani. It strikes me that this is the most important lawsuit in the history of the country, and they're not using the most well-noted election lawyers. There are folks who do this all of the time. This is a specialty. This is not a television program. This is the real thing. And I was struck by a couple of things that Rudy said in court yesterday. So on one hand, I think it needs to go forward. It absolutely does. I wish that it was being prosecuted a little more efficiently.
It's inefficient to have Rudy. That's a burn on multiple levels.
Next question to Mick. Hey Mick, so how come there isn't anyone that's reputable that's arguing Trump's case in court? Why hasn't he found anyone that can do it? Why has he fired a few other people that have tried and failed to do it? Maybe there's no case, Mick.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's just Rudy Giuliani. Come on.
Maybe. Yeah. Give me more, Mick. I want to hear more about Rudy's performance. But clearly he thinks, he even said this isn't TV, which by the way, Mick's a bad guy and everything. But he's right. And not just that this is funny and I wish it was on TV, but Rudy's strategy basically is to go there and pretend that he's on TV, because worst case scenario, Trump enjoys it because he wants to hear those conspiracy theories because that's the only language he speaks. Best case scenario, they lose. Best case scenario for them, they lose, and Rudy's strategy of we need to lose to get it to the Supreme Court ends up happening. I don't think that that's gonna happen. I'm not sure that he knows what the Supreme Court is anymore, but that seems to be the strategy. Anyway, so some of the reviews positive, if deranged. Other Republicans worried about what it represents to have Trump's like bulldog in this coup is gonna be Rudy Giuliani. What a sad, sad way for America to potentially fall.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.